The Descendants franchise had several amazing songs, and all of them serve different purposes. Welcome to Riveted. And today we'll have a look at the secret meaning behind the Descendants 3 soundtracks. Watch until the end for total amazement. Queen of Mean. Within a few hours of its release, Queen of Mean jumped to the #1 spot on YouTube's list of trending videos. The video currently has over 144 million views on YouTube, and it's also one of the most successful Descendants soundtracks on Spotify. Sung by Sarah Jeffrey, Queen of Mean is a song based on the narrator taking on a vengeful disposition towards life after being rejected by the man that she loves. In other words, she's developed a bitter attitude after her boyfriend left her for another lady. Did you hear phrases like happy ending and evil queen? Common terms in any fairy tale, right? We have a lady who was once a picture of an angel and everything around her was described as nice, but now she's a replica of evil itself, living in darkness in the context of the movie. Audrey feels empowered at attempting global domination. The song proves that good people can also be very evil, and there's always the possibility of a second chance. Do What You Gotta Do. Do What You Gotta Do is a song sung by Mal and her father Hades in Descendants 3. The two are having it out at each other as Mal tells her father how angry she is at him for not being part of her life, and Hades defends himself by saying that Mal is better off without him. Kids with single parents sometimes get frustrated when they see other kids going out with both parents and having the time of their lives. Mal is a typical example, and she expresses her frustrations in the best way she knows how, and tries to seek answers to questions she's been having for a very long time, and at the same time telling him what brought her to him. It's quite surprising that the answers Hades tries to give Mal are typically the same ones real people out here use as excuses. So after all the back and forth and lashing of words by the two, Mal finally got what she went for. It means that a parent can deny their child for as long as they want, but at the end of the day, they are still the parent and have to do right by their kid. Night Falls. This song has many of the main characters of the Descendants movie. Mal, Evie, Uma, Jay, Carlos, Harry, and Gil perform Night Falls while being attacked by suits of armor that Audrey enchanted. Uma and Mal fight for control of the group during the song as Evie tries to get them to work together. In the end, they join forces and win against the armor. Night Falls differs from some of the other soundtracks of Descendants 3. Apart from it being a good song for anyone to listen to, there's not much applicability outside of the context of the movie's storyline. The title of the song alludes to Evie telling her companions during the chorus to remain diligent in combat until nights fall, indicating that the trouble they are in is a lengthy one. One Kiss. If you are a true Descendants fan and you are familiar with Disney, you will also figure out the idea of the song. It originated from the 1950s classic animated film Sleeping Beauty. A kiss from a person's true love, according to the movie, is enough to counteract a sleeping spell they may be under. Doug is in such a state, and his romantic interest in Evie can potentially break him out of the spell using the titular one kiss. She definitely wants to rescue Doug, but the problem is that she's afraid that it might not work and realizes that they're not meant to be together because, in most cases, she's been acting under the impression that they are. Basically, in a typical environment, ladies fear approaching men to express their feelings because they fear of being rejected or looked at differently, contrary to what she is. Okay, a few do approach the men, but most women prefer not to. Evie, played by Sophia Carson, gathers enough courage and kisses Doug and saves him. See, it wasn't that hard after all. The song reminds us to take risks and believe in the power which lies within. Very powerful. My Once Upon a Time. This is a song that specifically applies to the singer in the movie. The song is played when the things Mal is singing about are actually happening or have happened. For instance, when she says that her friends have turned to stone. It's what has happened, and it's not symbolic. In the song, we get to find that Mal is nothing like her parents. She realizes that just like her parents, her story will be written, and she has the power to decide her destiny. Just like most other pop songs, My Once Upon a Time has general applicability. By this, we mean a woman who has decided to go out and make a mark so that her story would be one in which she did her absolute best to achieve her goal. It provokes the audience to step up and claim their greatness. And indeed, Mal managed to conquer her challenges and achieve her goal. Rotten to the Core. Rotten to the Core was written and composed by Josem Persson, Shelley Pekin, and Johan Alkenzis, and it's a mid-tempo dance pop song. In Descendants 3, the characters record a mix of the song. It talks about the feelings of the villains, who are evil and wicked. But they just like to be the way they are. The villains' kids have accepted who they are, and they are showing it off with pride, and there's no better way to do that than with song. They've always been described as evil, and this means that they are as bad as it can get, and so they're rotten to the core. However, there's always an ending that brings the villains together with other people, which leads to a happily ever after. It shows that no matter the extent of the damage, there's always a way out. The song emphasizes the character of the villains in the movie before redemption. So if you are rotten to the core, there's still hope for you for a better life. Did I mention? Did I mention was sung by Ben and the students of Auradon while he was under Mal's love spell? The story here is that Jay and Carlos have helped the Fighting Knights win against the Sherwood Falcons. As the announcer is congratulating the team, Ben takes the microphone and gets the crowd to chant Mal's name, much to Audrey's shock and confusion. So Ben declares his love for Mal, sending Audrey running in tears. Mal wonders if the love spell used was too strong, and at the end of the song, Ben asks Mal to be his date to his coronation, and Mal gladly accepts. In another context, this song can be used for a proposal. The lyrics are applicable in any other love form away from the movie. It's a song that can be listened to and the audience can relate with. Happy birthday! Everybody deserves to be celebrated, and it doesn't matter what the situation is. One of the times people get to be celebrated is during their birthday, but not in Descendants. This song was used to scare the individual whose birthday is being celebrated. It's sung by Audrey, and fog starts to form and spread out, putting everyone to sleep. Audrey sings this song at a slow pace different from the speed of the classic version, just to instill fear in those that she considers enemies. She succeeds, but later regrets it dearly. Basically, it shows one that not all those who wish you good are automatically your friends. Others are the enemy within. The song is very short as the lyrics are only the chorus. Well, many Descendants fans don't like the song and some say it's very creepy. So maybe Disney got it right in this context. Next time anyone comes wishing you a happy birthday, you better listen very carefully to how they sound. Break this down. There's nothing as good as freedom in this world, the freedom to do what you have regardless of the situation. There are those challenges that seem to stand in one's way up the ladder of success, and it gets frustrating when something keeps pushing one further away from achieving their goal. For the villain kids, they were waiting to go to Auradon, and the barrier was what was keeping them out. The four villain kids, Carlos, Jay, Mal, and Evie, had managed to convince the people of Auradon to let the villain kids in Isle of the Lost to join the others in Auradon Prep. Through a song and a thoroughly researched choreography, the opposing sides came to a truce, and they accepted to bring down the barrier so everybody can live together. It's a song of victory that brings people together after a series of conflicts and misunderstandings. There is beauty in diversity, and that is why the song says, "Everyone all around, just be whoever like this." In short, people have got to live together. Dig a little deeper. Just from its title, the song speaks volumes. One can already tell that this particular song is more like an encouragement to keep pushing ahead. The lyrics at some point in the song say,
"It don't matter what you look like, it don't matter what you wear."
You got to dig a little deeper, find out who you are. It's a song that builds Uma, who's the performer of the song. It's also a song that was featured in the Disney film The Princess and the Frog, and it was sung by Madame Odie with a group of Roseette Spoonbills. Good to be bad. This song was very special for the Core Four because they went back to where they came from. As much as they loved their home, they knew that the environment was toxic and they had to do better. Carlos, Jay, Evie, and Mal remind the children in the Isle of the Lost that they were once evil and now they're good. And they reward 4 VKs with a ticket to Auradon. The song is very applicable in real life. It reminds everyone never to forget where they came from and tells them that they can make the world a better place. Basically, the soundtracks in the Disney's Descendants trilogy have specific roles in any part they are played in the movies. It adds juice to whatever message is being sent, and also the directors try as much as possible to give a message through the songs that can not only build the story up, but also gives the audience a little bit of direction. Do you have a favorite Descendants 3 soundtrack? What made you like it? Share with us in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to Riveted. We post new videos daily, so stay tuned.